I am Coach Nicole Woods, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the wins go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flesh. Who got next? Who got next? SLT. Heard it say go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation, what it do? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow, real people, real stories, real conversation, amazing human beings doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today we gonna start off in Gastonia, but we gonna end up down the street. You hear me? And we gonna go to UNC Charlotte and talk to assistant head coach as well as recruiting coordinator Nicole Woods. We got in the building. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm better than excellent. How are you doing today?
Oh man, we just blessed to have great, people like you who come in and sharing with us. I get so excited. I hear the theme song, my heart start pumping, and I'm like, you know what? Let's rock and roll. So
that theme song is tough now.
Hey, we get credit. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Before you call him Nicole, it's Coach Woods to you. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the Louisiana, Mr. Yeet himself, rocking alongside of my co-host, my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, the assistant coach.
Hey man, I've been assistant coach. There's nothing wrong being assistant coach.
KT. We got a real coach over here, Kev, and I'm gonna give you credit though, because backstage, ladies and gentlemen, Kev was talking about making kids run hills. I feel sorry. If your kids go and they under the influence of Coach KT over here, they probably was exhausted last night because he got them running hills and laps and all kind of stuff. All right, but listen, if you are rocking with us for the first time, we want to say gracias. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. Whether you just play for Coach or whether you know Coach through some form of means, we want to say thank you because Kevin and I, we wake up just to do what we do, to share these stories and to be a part of these amazing stories. And we need to ask a quick favor from you, though. Before we even move forward, we got to ask you a favor. It won't cost you $1. It's going to be click currency. We need you to take a few minutes, and on the count of 3, we need you to smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Are your folks ready, Coach Woods?
They ready. They ready.
Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, North Carolina all the way over to the Bay. We rocking and rolling. They showing us massive love. All right, well, listen, you didn't come to hear me talk, but if you did subscribe, man, we got so much content for you. Go check out the archives, hundreds of stories, hundreds of live shows. We ain't playing with this thing. We in here like swimwear, and now we got you rocking alongside us, so let's just keep the party going. Coach Woods.
Yes,
are you
sir.
Ready for the first part of this show, in which we take you through the Sports Life Talk initiation. And since we know Coach KT over here had the kids running the hills, I hope your experience ain't that bad.
Let's see what we got.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Top 5. Whitney Houston is by far number 1. Number 2, Usher Man is my husband in my mind. So Usher's going to be number 2. I am a gospel head as well. So John P. Key is my guy. He here in Charlotte, North Carolina, so that's my guy, John P. Key. I did a group. Drew Hill is one of my favorite groups of all times. So I did Drew Hill, and then I could not leave Queen Bee off Beyonce.
I like the Drew Hill one. I don't know. I like the John P. Key too, though.
Yes, sir. Now
been raised with a little John P. Key.
Come on now, John P. Kizzle. That's what I call him.
Well, B. Jones, if you go to her Instagram page and She went to the Usher concert. Just go check out her outfit, fellas.
Oh,
I saw the Usher.
I had to throw that out there.
I
Huh?
saw the Usher. She said, "I'm Usher ready." You heard me?
Oh, yes.
But
So
Kev,
you-
wait a minute. She gave us a top 5, but you told me backstage that she had a little pipes on her, that she had a little floetry in her spirit.
Oh, go to her Instagram and Twitter. She can blow. If you want to go to church on a Wednesday or Thursday, go check her out right
You
now.
ain't gonna bless the platform, are you, Coach? We're not gonna.
No, man. Look, I'm just good in the church house. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that good old preacher's kid that got to sing whether you want to sing or not. You know, so you gotta be able to hold the little tune.
I like that.
Yeah, but she was singing in her car, so y'all go check it out. All right. So, Coach, give us your favorite sports teams.
All right, that's easy. Of course, the Charlotte 49ers. Go Niners. That's my favorite college team. Professional, I'm going to say Charlotte Hornet. I'm from Gastonia, so I grew up in the Larry Johnson, the Alonzo Mourning, Dale Curry, Muggsy Bogues era. So the Charlotte Hornets is my favorite NBA team. I'm a Carolina Panther. I had the starter jacket in '96 whenever they got started. That's my favorite NFL team. And those are the ones I go hard for.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
and everybody love Grandmama.
Come on now. Come on. You remember that commercial where he used to be going through the air with the nightgown on? Come on.
Grandmama was off the chain.
Yeah,
That's
Coach, the Carolina game was looking real good last week, and then
I know.
it ain't about my Cowboys; it's about you. So, Coach.
Well, let me tell you, I'm not a Cowboy hater. My daddy is a Cowboy, and so I'm happy that they actually are good this year. You know, I'm happy for Dak that he's back. I was extremely nervous about him, and so we did, considering injuries are part of the game. I'll take it, considering we were down Christian McCaffrey and J.C. Horn. So we'll take it. Hey.
You missed one person off of that team, though. What about Rex Chapman? Nobody talk about Rex Chapman, the Hornet himself.
Nah, don't nobody talk about Rex Chapman.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, so Coach, who is your favorite superhero and why?
I always like Superman. I will say I'm not a big into all of the superhero type thing, but I did always like that was the ones Clark Kent, right? Clark Kent and Superman, right? The switch up game, because I tell people all the time I'm a true Gemini. So everything that they say about us is true. We can be the best and the worst, but I stick to the best. I stick to the best, the good side of me. But just to being able to switch it up and be able to be, in different arenas, and to be able to kind of, camouflage, I guess you could say, into any type of arena.
Well, be on the lookout for the Black Superman. His name is Calvin Ellis. So, Clark Kent. Since every I had to put that out there.
I'll be on the lookout.
Yeah, so since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
My theme music would probably be Unbreakable. I'm trying to remember who sings Unbreakable, though.
Alicia Keys, huh?
I think it was Alicia Keys, yeah. I got to go with the girl power, with the song or whatever. So I would probably go Unbreakable.
Well, B. Jones, even though she's a hooper and she's going to be in the family anyway, we can now say that Coach Woods is officially a part of the SLT Nation.
Hey, I thought she was going to hit us with that. I never would have made it. That's what I thought her theme song was going to be.
I had a bunch of them, so that's hard. That's hard.
Yeah, was that Marvin Sapp? Is that Marvin Sapp?
That's Marvin Sapp.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to go with some. Back then they didn't want me. Now
they all on me.
Yeah, you can win with that.
I really wanted to go with that, but I felt like Alicia was a little bit more, mainstream.
That's that Mike Jones. Who?
That's that Mike Jones. Who?
Mike Jones.
I used to love that. Oh man,
Coach, I think that was the best initiation we've ever had.
Well, I try my best. I'm just glad to be initiated.
Well, you know what that means, right?
What that mean?
You family, you kinfolk.
Okay.
All right, Coach. now that you're part of the family, we got to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
So you talk about, I keep wanting to call it Stankonia. I'm sorry, Gastonia, but
Not Stankonia. Come on.
But, hey, you're from Gastonia. Tell us a little. I've never been there. I've only heard of it very few times. Tell us a little bit about growing up in Gastonia.
Let me test y'all sports knowledge. Who is the most famous person from Gastonia, North Carolina?
What sport?
Basketball.
I'm gonna say Dale Curry.
Yeah.
Good guess. That what you got too, KT?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dale Curry too.
Big game, James Worthy.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
No way I would have got that one. You should have told us the Lake Show. You should have said.
I knew you won the Lakers. Yeah, if I knew y'all won Lakers fans because Lakers fans know that. But we have a list. We have a long list of people that some people know, some people don't know are from Gastonia. But to answer your question, first of all, we call it the Gas House.
Gas House. I love that.
We call it the Gas House. And I was born in Greensboro. My mom's from Gastonia. We moved back when I was about 4 or 5. So I consider Gastonia home. For me, Gastonia is about 20 to 30 minutes south of Charlotte. Okay. So it kind of, from us growing up, Charlotte was the big city. We didn't go to Charlotte with too much traffic. We just country folk. We were good where we were at and let Charlotte be. And so Gastonia is just a suburb of Charlotte, that has grown tremendously. A lot of people that live in Charlotte, that work in Charlotte now live in Gastonia because, of course, it's cheaper and things of that nature. Yep. Yeah, cost of living. But I tell you, I couldn't have wrote it any differently. My upbringing, being around family. I was the only boy. I was the only girl in a whole neighborhood full of boys. And so that's kind of how I got to playing, really. It was either you go play ball or you go knit with your grandma. So, that was an easy choice for me. I wasn't trying to knit nothing. And it was good, I grew up, just like everybody else, probably 2 streets away from the hood, not middle class, but not poor, kind of in between. And if we were poor, we didn't know we were poor. But we worked for everything. And felt like I had the best of both worlds. My parents divorced when I was younger, so would spend the summers in the country. When I say country, the chickens, the cows, the garden, corn as far as the eye can see, and you worked from sun up to say sundown. And so I like to say I had the best of both worlds.
So now you talked about coming up playing on the streets with the boys. So I know you got game, right? But when did it dawn up on you like that I'm gonna average 23 buckets, 23 points a game and be the hooper that you became? When did that all come to fruition?
Well, you told me to pick a superhero that everybody knew, right? But my real superhero growing up was a guy named Cornelius Boogie Crank. And Boogie played basketball. I think he played overseas and played professionally. He was from Gastonia. He came back and ran the Boys and Girls Club. And so when I was about 8 years old, I'm just playing in the rec league through them. And I was on the girls team. And he took me off the girls team and said, no, you're not playing on the girls team. You playing on the boys team. And from the age of 8 until I went to middle school, I played on nothing but boys teams. I didn't even know how to play with girls because I played with boys at the house when I went home. And then I played with the boys at the Boys and Girls Club. And so he was the first one that kind of put the ball in my hand for real, started kind of teaching me the game. He said, man, look, you're going to be my little star, that type of thing. And that's when it became real to me. And I was always competitive. My mom would tell you I would cry if I lost a race from here to the door. It was over, meltdown. I hated to lose more than I liked to win. And so I was always a competitor, and basketball was kind of like an outlet for me that I enjoyed. I had a lot of joys and sorrows, with the game, but it changed my life. That's for sure.
Well, I'm not going to go too in depth in your college career because I know you chose Belmont Abbey, but I am going to mention that you experienced a lot of success You were All-American, second team honors. You finished 1 percentage point per game behind the national leader, averaging 24.1 points. I mean, so when I say she could get buckets, I mean she could get buckets. You know, you were the Conference Carolinas Player of the Year, first team All-League slots. I mean, just the bio goes on at great lengths talking about some of the successes. So you took your success at Belmont Abbey, and then you played a little bit overseas. Tell us a little bit about that experience playing overseas.
Well, before we talk about me playing overseas, I'd like to talk about my college experience because,
okay, well, let's talk about
all of that. I never talk about the player of the year and all of that stuff. I talk about me sitting the bench the first 2 years, and not playing at all, and what it took for me to be able to finish where I ended up finishing. They say it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish.
That's right.
And I was always just good, and I never put the time in. I never worked at it. I just was good. I never worked on my game a day in my life until my junior year in college. And at that point is when I finally bought into getting in shape. Between, I think it was March or April my junior year till August that same year, I lost 25 to 30 pounds, was in the best shape of my life, worked out every day, and went from sitting the bench, never playing, to first team all-conference that year, to All-American the next year, all-time scoring leader in a season, the first women's jersey to be, honored there, all of that stuff. And so people always want to talk about the end, but nobody knows what it went through to get to that point. And so I tell my players that all of the time, look, I don't never give up on a kid that's trying, because some of us just get it later than what others get it. But once that light bulb goes off and they get it, you can't stop them. And so I've just always tried to be a light to my players now and other people that might have aspirations to play at the next level. That is not easy. It's not going to be handed to you. But if it's something that you want, and something that you really feel like that you can have, then it's yours for the taking. You just got to go get it. So that's the backstory. To get to your question about playing overseas, I never thought about playing overseas, which was the funny thing for a long time. I didn't think about playing college basketball for a long time because I tore both my knees up. And so I went from being from one of the top guards in the state to, you could have been this, you could have been that.
Right.
So my whole goal was just to prove them wrong, not to go play, WNBA at this time had come around and things of that nature. It was just to prove them wrong. So once I proved them wrong, I was done. Like, I was done playing. I didn't have any desires to go play overseas. And then I got a email from a girl that I played against in college. She actually was in England, from England, and she was coaching the team and playing on the team. And she needed a point guard. I had been out a year. I was done. And she called me up, and I said, man, you know what? I'm going to kick myself if I don't go and at least say that I had the opportunity to go and have that experience. And playing overseas in Nottingham, England changed my life. Because for me, growing up in Gastonia, my world was between Charlotte and Atlanta. That's all I had really been. Went to Disney World once as a kid. We went to Hilton Head every year for vacation. But my world stopped there. And so when I went to England and played and got to travel to Italy and France and, all up and down England and Wales, it just changed my life. It absolutely changed my life. And I started seeing life from a global perspective instead of just my region. And I had a blast there. I still have friends and family that I keep in, friends that are like family members that I keep in touch with today. It rained every day I was there until 2 days before I was coming back home. But I had a great time.
Well, you couldn't have teed up my next question, but I'm running a little bit out of time, so I'll be quick about this, Kev. But we are it seems like March of 2020 just set the world on fire, and almost everything that was before COVID has changed everything. And I'm talking about social injustice, gender equality, so many different conversations. We could probably sit down and pick your brain on, Coach. But there's one topic that really was the hot button over the summertime, and that was mental health. Mm-hmm. And the reason I want to talk to you about this is because you come from the old school. I'm hearing how you talking. I'm hearing how some of your influence, some of the passion. But as a coach in this new day and age where we are more aware of mental health and how some of these the younger generation probably doesn't have the same upbringing as us, how has that transformed your coaching style? And because you're an outgoing person, you're a recruiting coordinator, so you're sitting in living rooms and you're saying, "Hey, mom, hey, dad, I'm gonna take care of this young lady. And we're gonna groom her. We're gonna help her to be great on the court, off the court." But at the same point in time, you and I both know that you got to get a little bit of pat on the britches there once in a while to do right? So what is that balance, and how do you use that technique or your upbringing to help you to be the coach you are while still managing to keep mental health as in the forefront of your coaching style?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think mental health is so important, and I know coming up, nobody talked about mental health. You prayed about everything, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't any of all of the different resources and things that are happening now. And I think, my players have changed me, to the point to where things that I used to not think about, I think about now. Just because that was the way that we did it, and it had to work for us. It might not should have been that way, or maybe it should. Maybe it should have at that time, because that's what we knew. We knew the Coach Carter type, and we knew, all of those types, and that was fine for that era and for that generation. But this generation is different, and we're different as coaches this year, in this season, should I say. And I think that it's extremely important. And, I think so many people last year have no clue how difficult it was for athletes and coaches to finish the year last year. I mean, as an adult, I was 36 years old at the time, and I just sitting back thinking about it. We have some freshmen right now that this is their first time being on campus.
Wow.
They're really sophomores now, but they were freshmen last year. So this is their first time going to class, interacting with people. I can't even imagine being a freshman in college and being cooped up in your dorm room. Like, we didn't have, during the whole season last year, we didn't have one player to test positive. They literally would go work out, they would go home, and that's pretty much it. I'm sure they did some other things, but for the most part in a bubble. And I just cannot even imagine that. I know it was hard for me, so I can't even imagine what it was like for them between 18 to 22 years old. And so we've done a lot more talking and asking them what they need. What do you need? How can we help you? Are there some things that we can do? I mean, we would do like meditation sessions with, I think it was the Calm app, to where we would just sit there and meditate. Things that meditate, we never meditated, but I started meditating after that because it helped me. And, I just think that there's so many different pressures that this generation does have that we didn't have. If you just start with the social media aspect, that's a whole nother can of worms right there, that brings about so much more pressure to them. And so, I'm thankful to my players that have, talked about mental health, that have voiced the importance of it, because we just, you don't know what you don't know. But they say when you know better, you got to do better. And so I'm proud to say that we have done a lot better with, giving them a safe space, giving them an open space. And they know that if, they need time. I remember one day I came into work and I had a rough couple of days. And my boss looked at me and said, "Do you need a mental health day?" And I just looked at her like, "Well, what?" I didn't take it, but it was the point that she offered it because she knew I was having a hard time, just those types of things that might not have happened in the past that are happening now.
All right, Coach. So let's just pick any WNBA player.
Okay.
And rewind time for them to their freshman year.
Okay.
Which one would you build your program around?
Freshman year in college. Which one?
Yeah, just any current WNBA player that's in the league right now.
Oh, current player. Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite current player is Asia Wilson. And I had the pleasure and the curse of playing against Asia her freshman year. And she was just different. She was just different. Maya Moore was different too, but I'm just a little biased. To Asia. People sleep on Maya. Maya is the
I thought you were going to say Maya.
Maya is the easy choice. Maya is the easy choice, but I think Asia Wilson, I I think the best is yet to come with her. I don't think people have really seen how, great she's going to be. Yeah, she was MVP, but her legacy is still being written. And so that's why I went with her.
Okay, so how do you balance family and basketball?
Easy. So for me, family is everything for me. Like I said, I'm from Gastonia, so I'm only about 30, 40 minutes away from the house. I don't have any children. I'm not married, but anybody that knows me know that my niece and nephew and my godsons are my life. And so I spend a lot of time with them. If you look at my social media pages, you think I have children because I post about them all of the time. And so I try to make time, regardless of what's going on in the week, to see them. My niece and nephew stay the night with me most Saturday nights. We get up, go to church the next morning. And then we spend the Sunday with my mom, and my sisters will come over from time to time. And so just that type of balance. My grandparents don't live too far from me, an hour and a half. So I try to make sure to go see, them and my dad, just because family's everything. I think the pandemic really, 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 really shined the light on, hey, guess what? Tomorrow's not promised.
Nah, it ain't.
It's not promised to any of us. And so I believe you make time in life for the things that are important to you. So when people say they don't have time, that just means you're not important to them.
It ain't important to them. Yep.
Okay, so speaking of time, Coach, this is a part of the show where I'm going to get in your business, okay?
All right.
I know you've seen the movie Love and Basketball, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's pretend that you're Monica Wright.
I'm Monica. Who's my Quincy?
Yeah, who's your Quincy?
I already knew where you was going with this.
Either she's seen a previous show or she's smart as a whip, man.
I already saw it coming. I don't have a Quincy. I would love to have a Quincy. It's hard out here in these streets, man. I just tell you, it's tough out here. But I'm not one of them that points the finger at everybody else. I know it's me too. Just not making time. But if it's something, like I said, that's important to you, you'll make time. So, and then I don't like wasting my time either. That's the whole thing. My big problem is, I just want to fast forward to the whole thing where we just in love, we married, kids, and all of that stuff. I hate the process. I hate the dating process.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you, Coach. We do what we call research.
Okay.
And I'm a little shocked that that both brothers ain't out there doing this same type of research. I
don't get it, brothers.
I ain't getting it neither. And she can sing.
And she can hoop.
And she can hoop.
So, Coach, how tall are you, Coach?
5'5" 3/4.
And beauty is her. No,
I'm
not gonna butcher another Drew Hill song. All right.
No, seriously, fellas, please go and check out her
Good job,
Instagram page. You won't be disappointed.
It's the Instagram page, right here.
She even sent it to you. There you go. It's right there. Well, hold up, B. Jones. I do got to do this. I know we getting short on time, but Coach.
Yep.
What athlete or celebrity, if they slid in your DMs and said, "Hey, what it do?"
Usher.
Oh, I should have known that. Okay, Usher.
Yeah.
You don't even have to finish that. Usher with the R.
Usher, yeah. Usher Raymond.
Usher Raymond.
Yeah, that dude is cold.
That's my dude.
All right, B. Jones, let's get after it.
Y'all know what that sound means. We have entered into the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where Kevin and I, we go from co-hosts to rivals. And Nicole Woods, Coach Woods, will be calling all the shots. Now, have you ever played a game called Would You Rather, Coach?
I think so, yes.
All right. So you've done this before. This exercise is very simple. Kevin and I will both present to you options. You select one of those options. Whichever host you select, that host will get a point. First host to get in championship round fashion. The best out of three. First to get 2 points will win this game of championship rounds. And ladies and gentlemen, I had to swallow it a little bit right there. Kevin is in the lead. For those of you who are keeping up with us, he has 49 wins. But what once was a 11 or 10 point lead has now dwindled to 8 points because I have 42. Oh no, so that's 7. I have 42. So I'm creeping on the come up. but I need your help. I need all 5 of you, Coach. I need 24 points a game right now.
No, stop
to be
begging.
activated.
Come on, man. Get to it. Stop
to
begging.
be activated.
All right, let's go. I'm ready.
All right, Coach. So I'll start it off, Kev, since I won the last game.
Yes.
Coach, would you rather coach a player that became a coach and won a ring, but says that they couldn't have done it without you, or
Coach a player that became a Hall of Famer and gives you the credit for their success?
Hall of Famer.
Oh, okay. B. Jones, no, I need clapping on mine. Stop playing, man. Thank you. That's better.
all right, Coach. All right, round 2. Let's go. I'm not even gonna dispute it. Not gonna dispute it.
You sure don't want to dispute it with Coach. She'll tell you like it is.
I don't want the smoke anyway.
Yeah,
You're right.
All right, round 2. Would you rather sing a song that is featured on a Sports Center special that airs during the WNBA Finals, or
Would you rather that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sing the national anthem at an NBA Finals game?
Ooh. I'm going to go with the WNBA Finals just because I got to rock with my women.
So B. Jones, that's 50 wins for me, right?
Wait, I thought she said she was going to sing at the
Oh, you said the national anthem? No, she said the special.
I said the special, but I gotta go with WNBA.
Yeah, she said the special.
Oh, my goodness.
So that is 50 wins for the assistant coach on this show. So,
You put me in the corner, Coach. All right. We're going to still play the last round just because I want to know what this answer is going to be.
Okay.
All right.
So round 3, would you rather fast forward 10 years and be an established head coach, or
Would you rather go back knowing what you know now and be able to do it all over again?
Go back, knowing what I know now, and do it all over again.
I think
That's what I'm talking about, money in the bank.
She didn't want you to get swept. She wanted to go mine. She said,
Oh, yeah, she didn't have that to do with that.
when
It was an intelligent assumption.
when it came to my relationship question, she said she wants to fast forward. She won't do all that other stuff. So she just was nice for you, man. That's all it was.
Nah. All right, Coach. Well, thank you for ingratiating us with that time. We appreciate it. So with that being said, Coach, title of the show is You Got Next. You said some stuff off stage. I hate to put you on the spot, but you talk cash money when it came to what you expect out of these UNC Charlotte 49ers this season. So what's the expectation for you career wise first before we talk about the team?
I'm one of the few assistant coaches in the country that does not want to be a head coach. I have no desire to be a head coach at all. I'm the one that wants to work hard in the background and make my boss the winningest coach and the most championships and all of that stuff that I can. And so I'm happy at Charlotte. Like I said, it's the best of both worlds for me. I've had opportunities to go other places. When I retire, when I leave Charlotte, I'll retire from coaching.
Yeah, 9 years, 5 seasons as the recruiting coordinator. You linchpinned in that thing. You got a foothold.
Yes, sir.
They ain't coming to UNCC without talking to you. That's
pretty much.
That's off top.
Pretty much.
All right, so tell us about this team. I know certain things you can't tell us. We're not gonna talk about the 3-2 set you just talked about all stage. About the triangle offense y'all putting in. I'm just teasing the competition. But tell us what the expectations of the team are this season.
Well, the expectations for our team is extremely high. Last year, we only played with 8 players due to COVID. 5 of those 8 players were all conference. 2 were first team all conference. 2 were all freshman team. We had the 6th woman of the year as well as an all defensive performer. And we returned all of them except for the 6th man of the year. And so with that team alone, we would be expected to be good. But then we got transfers in. We got 2 from Kentucky and Kiki McKinney, who was the starting 4 player for them for the last few years. Cameron Roach, who will be a great guard addition to our team, as well as Michaela Boykin, who transferred to us from Duke, who was Miss Basketball for the state of North Carolina. She was a top player in the country coming out of high school. And so you add those to what we already have, and in my mind, it's Sweet 16 or bust.
I like that.
All right.
How you work with the guards, Coach? You got All-American coming out of there? Out of all those names?
Correct, man. We got a couple contenders. Octavia Jet Wilson last year was a ESPN National Player of the Week. She had a couple 42-point games last year. And
42?
For a couple 42-point games last year.
Oh, so she a walking bucket.
Yeah, we call it a Jet show. Octavia Jet Wilson. So she came back for her 5th year. So we've got some folks that we definitely think can make some noise.
All right, Coach. So besides Instagram, where can people find you? So
of course, Instagram, Twitter is Coach N Woods. Coach N Woods is Twitter. I'm on Facebook as well if anybody uses Facebook anymore, but I'm on there. It's A Nicole Woods. Don't ask me what the A stands for. And those are the best ways to reach me.
All right, I know what the A stands for, but I'm not going to do you like that. So, Coach,
appreciate it.
You're family now, and family, we look out for each other.
Correct.
So, with that said, we need for you to find our next guest on the show. So,
okay.
Who would you nominate to be next on the You Got Next series?
Oh, that's easy. I'm going to nominate my friend, and she is the life of social media and everywhere that she graces. Her name is Adria Crawford. Coach Adria Crawford. She is at East Tennessee State University women's basketball. So she would be my next one.
All right. East Tennessee State, we coming after you.
Come after
Carter, you got next.
Crawford.
Adria Crawford.
You got next.
Hey, so any shout outs? You want to show some love to somebody before we get off of here?
Oh, I'll shout out, my Charlotte women's basketball family. Shout out my family for all that you are in my life. And shout out the man above for allowing me to see another day. Coach
Woods, you are the coolest. Super dope. I every time these shows come to the end, I get emotional because I want to just rewind it and do it all over again. I'm putting you on the spot, Coach.
Okay.
After the season, can we get you back? Because season 2 of You Got Next is going to be a monster. We got some crazy guests, big shows coming. We got to have you back for season 2. Can we do that in 2022?
Anytime. Book me down. Just let me know when.
All right. Well, Sports Life Talk Nation, thank y'all for rocking with us again. Thank y'all for being a part of our tribe. If you didn't at the beginning, this is a second opportunity. As Kevin said, we handing out that basket one more time. We're gonna go around the offering basket. Yeah, smash that subscribe button. Listen, and do a friend a favor. Share this. I guarantee you they gonna love it just as much as you loved it. And we trying to keep this thing rolling so we can use the support. Kevin and I do go live Wednesday nights at 8:00 p.m. Central on YouTube. If you hit that subscribe button and smash that bell, then guess what? You will be invited. You'll automatically be notified. But if you didn't, do it now and come hang out with us. Come rock with us, because I promise you, we're going to answer back. We're going to talk trash. We talk about sports, relationships, crazy current events, funny stories, sneakers. It don't matter. There's no subject off limits. There's no holds barred fun time. So come rock with us. Kev, I cannot believe you hit 51st, man. Oh, my God.
I can't be Jones. I'm a walking bucket, too. But, Coach, I want to ask you about Usher. What do you know about the album that he had with Bad Boy?
The album he had with Bad Boy. Not a lot.
I ain't never heard of that neither, Kev.
Really? It had the song Think of You. Y'all don't remember that? Yeah, that was with Puffy.
It was before my real time into Usher. Let's put it like that. I know about it, but I don't know it like that. I started being more with My Way and all of that on up.
Well, Coach, go ahead and check that out, because even though he was about 16 or something like that,
he had it back then.
Oh yeah, you knew it was coming.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Coach Nicole Woods, you got next. Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Hey, stay safe, be blessed, take care of one another, because the world is becoming a crazy, crazy, crazy place. And we will see y'all again on the next episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.